Okay. Now all setting is now all messages funnels. Every body can message me. Salam Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. It is me, Michaela Santa. I am here with you. Accordance with titles, yes. Today we are roasting the dangerous women's Lindsay Clancy, where Lindsay Clancy is a delivery nurse of from where Massachusetts General Hospitals. And now, in these cases, today we are discussing about the future students of Massachusetts Institute of Technologies to be born in the hands of delivery nurse to be born Lindsay Clancy. Okay. Now, in this cases, here we can see I'll show the one things at the points. Well, intro has been over. Now here is one reactions about on the video to be Lindsay Clancy eliminate her kids who was what was her fault. Okay. Now let's take the moments. Oh my gosh. I think we would back to the ones to be noticed. Well, here we could see a feminist were discussing about the Lindsay Clancy's cases. Okay. A trial that music has captured in America. The trial Lindsay Clancy. Well, the Massachusetts mothers claims that postmodern psychosis led her to kill her three young children. Oh my God. Postmortem psychosis. And now, in these cases, that means here we could see, according with the analysis of both of Lindsay Clancy and the feminist supporters in BBC News. Well, what is the points? The points was, well, postmortem psychosis is led to eliminate her three young children. Okay. Now here is my question: that what is the postmodern definition of postmodern psychosis? Okay. Now let's check the models. And now here we could say here I put contents and search. Well, definition of post-mortem psychosis. Okay. Now let's check at the moments. Well, postmortem psychosis is a psychotic emergency that can affect the health of the lives of the mothers. And now that is the moments at the points. Okay. Now that means here we could see it is clear that well, according with Lindsay Clancy's well, Lindsay Clancy's was forceful patients as in psychiatric treatments, and as an effect, she has to eliminate her three young children. One is daughters and three sons. But now, here is my questions, and the question is clear. Well, when Dodson Clancy would be born in 2019 and Callan Clancy, the younger sons, would be born. Hence, according with the psychologists, here Patrick Clancy, the biological father to be man, would be happy if Dodson Clancy and Callan Clancy would be born. But now, in these cases, here we can see the points. Well, postmortem psychosis is not an logical reason of Lindsay Clancy to eliminate her two sons. And now, here I would show you that what is the realities of well, Lindsay Clancy's to eliminate her two sons. And now, in these cases, why the 2,154,000 feminist mothers are starting to support Lindsay Clancy, where 2,154,000 feminist mothers are resident of the Massachusetts provincial state of the United States of America. And now, in these cases, here we are now, as I stated here, I would discuss about the future students of Massachusetts Institute of Technologies. And now let's check it the moments. What's the realities at the points? Well, now let's check it. Well, MIT contains as an estimated total students of population is approximately 11,500, including around 4.5 thousand undergraduates and 7,000 graduate students. And now, in this cases at the moment, well, now first of all, here we can see this point. So here we could notify here in the accordance with the previous last street, as I have mentioned. Well, our honorable criminals Lindsay Clancy protects the birth of 901 baby girl from the 901 feminist mothers when she is an active delivery nurse in the Massachusetts General Hospitals from 2013 to 2022. And in these cases, from 2013 to from 2013 to 2016, Barack Obama is the United States President. Well, from 2016 to 2020, Donald Trump is the president, and from 2020 to 2022, Joe Biden is the president. And now, in these cases, here is the momentum at the point. So, well, now what's going on? Well, she is protecting 901 baby daughters. What's the reasons? Now here we got the estimates, statistics here. The MIT contains and 4.5 thousand undergraduate and 7,000 postgraduates. And now that means Massachusetts Institute of Technological student is 11.5 thousand. And now here we could see there's a 11.5 thousand would be a baby boy. And now here we would show there's mostly here 11.5 thousand out of 2,154,000 baby boy out of 2,154,000 feminist mothers would be students in Massachusetts Institute of Technologies. And now in these cases, in Massachusetts Institute of Technologies, what would be the education as a syllabus in the following institutes. And in these cases, now one fractions I have mentioned about the vehicles, automobile technology in the first live stream of the podcast. In the second live stream, I have mentioned here civil engineering. And now here I am going to mention about the significant moments, and that would be here. Well, our earthquake technologies. The geophysics. And now, yes, geophysics is matters in Massachusetts Institute of Technologies. Here, hence, we know that where the artificial earthquake can be occurs. Okay. And now let's check at the points. Here we can see the moments. Well, in the second live streams, we are discussing about the testosterone versus estrogens. And now, in this cases, well, what is the testosterone? We know that it is the masculine hormones, and what is the estrogen? That would be the feminine hormones. And now, in previous live stream, I have mentioned there, well, masculine hormone can develop a 1.5 million storage buildings, and feminine hormones, estrogens, can generate mostly here 3 storage buildings. And now, today's point is about the artificial earthquakes at the moment. And here our topic is here Lindsay versus Otto Hans. And here is the questions that is the points we notice. Well, a man with an IQ of positive 200 would definitely know they had from 2016 to 2022 as a calculations, none of any earthquake can be and naturals. Every earthquake can contains the potentiality to be artificial. And now, hence here we can see about the Massachusetts Institute of Technologies, and here would be some things like an military technologies, or some things here some fraction would be well civil technologies. Okay. Now let's check at the moments. Here we can see the points: earth, quake. Okay. Now here I have contents here websites. Well, it is not my website. It is one of the several authentic websites. And now, in this cases, here we can see that is the points to be notified. Here is some on the points. Well, and now, okay. Now here we can see it is the United States earthquake reports. Well, it always states here today's reports. Now it cannot state the previous yesterday reports earthquake. Now, well, 1 hour earlier. Well, now today's is what's today's is August 28, 2026, and what is the today's times? Well, in Israel. Well, that would be almost what? In Israel, that would be 3 o'clock, 50 minutes past. I mean, 10 minutes to evening 4 o'clock in Israel. And now, let's check the moments. What happens in the time to be evening 10 minutes to evening 3 o'clock, August 28, 2026, accordance with the Israeli time zone. Here we can see, here is an earthquake in United States with the magnitude of 2.7 as a magnitude. And now, in this case, here is the moment of points, and here accordance with the education of Massachusetts Institute of Technologies, here 2.7 magnitude earthquake can be artificial, and 7.2 magnitude artificial earthquake can be artificial. And now let's check at the points. When magnitude is 2.7, now what would be the calculations of here earthquake energies? Well, here you can see that is the simple points, and now I am here to mention it at the moments. Okay, now let's check at the points to be noticed. And in these cases, now here we can see that would be the significant terms. Okay. Now here Now in these cases, now in the here we can see, well, we know the earthquake energies equations is 10 to the power bracket of 1.5 multiple by magnitudes. And here the calculation, okay, I'll apologize. Well, and here we could say, well, the calculation is 10 to the power bracket of 1.5 multiple by words, the 2.7s. And now in these cases, here is the moments in that points, it is almost, well, 11,221 joules is the energy of the artificial earthquakes occurred in United States of America. In what which time? The time would be here 10 minutes to evening 3 o'clock, August 28, 2026, as an is accordance with Israeli time zone. And now here is the momentum set the points. Well, a baby boy can calculate the earthquake's energies accordance with the earthquake magnitudes. But here are the points to be noticed. What if the baby girl would be born? Well, what if here would be 11.5 thousand students of Massachusetts Institute of Technologies, where 900 out of 11.5 thousand students were born from 2013 to 2022 under the hands of delivery nurse Lindsay Clancy, a feminist delivery nurse working in Massachusetts General Hospitals. In these cases, here is the points to be noticed. Now, the following 900 baby girls to be student out of 11.5 thousand students in Massachusetts Institute of Technologies. To provide the answers, here the Massachusetts earthquake energies calculations would be, well, our Father in heaven, hallowed be your names. Now we can see 2 times Matthew 6, I forget, yeah, 2 times Matthew's Bible, I apologize, 2.7 times Matthew Bibles, Surah 6, Ayat 9 to 13 is research can be complete. And here, if you wish here the earthquake would be happens, earthquake would be happens with the magnitude of 2.7. That is the calculations of the 900 girls students out of 11.5 thousand students in, well, Massachusetts Institute of Technologies. Now in this cases, what is 115 is substituted by 9? That would be 106. That means the rest of 10.6 boys students would contest the answers here. When here magnitude, earthquake magnitude is 2.7, here earthquake energy would be 11,221 joules. Okay. Now in these cases, now here we can see the difference of boy students versus girl students. I mean, here we can consider the difference of 10.6 thousand boy students versus 900 girl students in Massachusetts Institute of Technologies in almost here 2042s, or it will be here 2036, when they would be born in where? Which calendar? 2022. Well, when that was the last year's Lindsay Clancy serves the carriers of the delivery nurse in Massachusetts General Hospitals. And now, in this cases, here we can see the points. What would be the points to notice? Well, now, boys students would mentions about artificial earthquake chemicals with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius with specific heat of 15,000 for I guess 16,000 joule per kilogram per Kelvin. And now that is the significant realities at the moment. And in these cases, here we can see the points. Well, now let's take it. Here we can see the and now what is the significant realities? And significant realities can be intolerable for 2,154,000 feminist mothers. And now let's check at the moments. Come body, let's go body. And now it would be 1.5 multiplied by here 2.7, and now that can be divided by words. Well, a bracket of 16,000 that can be multiplied by words. Here 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degree Celsius. Okay. Now everything is okay. And now, well, here we can see. Well, in the calendar of 2036, well, 10,600 boy students of Massachusetts Institute of Technology would states here with the nuclear earthquake chemicals, artificial earthquake chemicals with the specific heat of 16,000 joule per kilogram per Kelvin with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius with the weight of words 1.06 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 669 kilograms can cause here the artificial earthquake with the magnitude of 2.7, where artificial earthquake energy would be 11,221 joules. But it is here it is the answer only for 10.6 thousand boys students of Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Well, I got 2 minutes to fix the sound. And now, I think here it has been fixed. And now, let's take the moments. And now here is my points. What would be the rest 900 girl students of Massachusetts Institute of Technologies in the calendar 2036 answers about the earthquake with the magnitude of 2.7. That would be the points. Well, Matthew Bible, Surah 6, Ayat 9 to Ayat 13, that can be recited in 2.7 times. That can generate the artificial earthquake with the artificial earthquakes with the magnitude of 2.7. Well, now let's check at the moments at the points. Well, and here we could see in these cases, men's are logically intelligent and women's logical intelligence is crystally negative. And now, in these cases, well, girls students are more superstitious and boys students are scientific logicals. And now, in these cases, here is the points to be noticed. Girls students is illogical, hence they cannot contain the capability to be admitted in Massachusetts Institute of Technologies. And now that is the scary for whom the six that is the scary of for six I will guess 901 baby girls to be girls students of Massachusetts Institute of Technologies out of 2,154,000 baby girls born in 2022 out of 2,154,000 feminist mothers are scary points. And now we can see here we can and Lindsay Clancy, the delivery nurse, knows. Hence, she miscarried the 900 once baby boys and she protect the birth of 901 baby girls. Well, 900 was the another pregnant the baby girls of the another 900 pregnant mothers, patients, and one is Cora Clancy, the daughter of Lindsay Clancy herself. And now, here is the results that here we can see why Lindsay Clancy is eliminated in the Johnson Clancy and Callan's Clancy's. And now we can see these points. What is the realities at the moment? And now we can see this is the points to notice here. Now 11 point. Now in this cases, what is 11.5 thousand boy students out of 2,154,000 baby boys out of 2,154,000 feminist mothers? That is the significant questionable points to be noticed. And now here we can see. Let's find the answers. Now, what is the probabilities? The probabilities is simple. Well, fine. Multiple by 10 to the power words. Well, 3, 4, 5. Well, 11.5 multiple by 10 to the power 5. That can be divided by words. Here, 2,154,000. And now let's check it. What would be the positive numerator? That is almost 0.533891 persons. That means it is almost 0.54 persons is the probability is there. So here we could not even 0.54 persons out of 2,154,000 baby boy out of 2,154,000 feminist mother can be here contest the probability that they can be the students of Massachusetts Institute of Technologies. And now let's check the points to be noticed. Well, what is now we can see these points. What is 0.54 can be multiplied by 0.54 per 100. 0.54 multiplied by 9.02. That would be the clear. So it is almost 5 out of 902 baby boys contains the capability that he would be the students of where he would be the students of your Massachusetts Institute of Technologies. And now here we can see this first Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and here we can see that would be the significant probabilities. And now it is about 902 case, but now let's consider here 904 900 case, not 902. Okay, now what is 0.54 can be multiplied by 9? That would be here 4.86 out of, that means here 4.86, I mean here 5 out of 900 can be baby boys to be boys students of Massachusetts Institute of Technologies. Here is the probabilities. And now it is the 900 pregnancy mother patients under the hands of delivery nurse Lindsay Clancy. But what about the delivery nurse Lindsay Clancy? Here we could see that is the clear the points. Well, 50% of her two baby sons can contest the probabilities that they can be but the students of Massachusetts Institute of Technologies, because your mother is a delivery nurse, Lindsay Clancy. Okay, now let's check at the moments what's going on. And now in this cases we can see that means 6 out of your 902 baby sons of 901 pregnant mothers can contest the capability to be students of Massachusetts Institute of Technologies, where there is no baby daughters can contest the capability of Massachusetts Institute of capability to be students of Massachusetts Institute of Technologies. And because we know women are unscientific, baby girls are unscientific. If we could try to teach the girl students physics, still notwithstanding the long efforts, girl students can contest the performance would be 2 out of hundreds. That is the reality of girl students. And now in this case, here we can see this point. So now we can see here is the reasons that why Lindsay Clancy is eliminating 900 baby boys from the 900 pregnant mother patients in Massachusetts General Hospitals with the careers to be 9 years from 2013 to 2022. But when the topics about 2019, when her own baby sons, Downson Clancy has been born, and in these cases, here we can see she is just like a scared, because we can see the points of boys are. It is not matter how we can provide only Christian education to the her two boys baby sons to be Downson Clancy's and Callan Clancy's. Here still there is the probability that 50% of her two sons would be the students of Massachusetts Institute of Technologies. And now in these cases, Well, how artificial earthquake can be generated, and here they would not answer. They have Matthew Bible Surah 6 ayat 9 to ayat 13. Moreover, they can answer words. They can answer here 1.1 multiple by 10 to the power negative 669 kilograms of artificial earthquake chemicals with the specific heat of 63,000 joule per kilogram per Kelvin with the temperature of 666 multiple by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius can generate the artificial earthquake with the magnitude of 2.9, where the energy would be 11,221. And that is the scary points for feminist mother like Lindsay Clancy. Because here we can see she is trying in that her sons can be illogical, her sons can be Christian religious, but now somehow her sons would be came out as an scientific, and her sons can be came out as an students of Massachusetts Institute of Technologies. And here is the reason that why she is eliminating her two sons. And now we can see the points when she is Lindsay Clancy is eliminating her two sons. Here is the hope for 2,154,000 toxic feminist mothers that here to be residential of Massachusetts provincial state of the United States of America. That's she can advise us that how we can burn our daughters when the Massachusetts Institute of Technologies can be blank. And now that is their points. And because here we can see this girls are superstitious and boys are scientific. Okay. Now in the topics about the Christian countries, United States of America, particularly Massachusetts provincial states, boys can be both Christian and scientific. But the girls, they can be Christian but they cannot be scientific. That is the significant realities. Okay. And now here we can see this point. And now it is the discussions about the artificial earthquake topics. Okay. And now here we can see this part. Here we can medical surgery. We are forgetting about the medical surgery's energies, where electrical mineral resource would be artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. And now let's check at the moments what was happens. And now in this cases, here we can see the points of now we know baby boys female breast implantations can contain the energy to be 3.5 multiplied by 10 to the power 8 joules as an electric energies of the medical surgeries. On the other hand, here we can see convert male reproductive organs to female reproductive organs that requires 5 multiplied by 10 to the power 8 joules as an electric circuit energies. Okay, that means here is the question here. What is the point that the baby boy can be converted into baby girls? Here complete electrical energies required would be 8.5 multiplied by 10 to the power 8 joules. That means it is almost the baby boy's gender change surgeries. And now that is the significant phase to be notified. Okay, and now in this cases there is the momentums and the points. Well, now here is the coming to the points to be noticed. Well, now in the homes, Patrick Clancy is always dedicated that here, well, but his baby boys should not be converted into girls. I mean, Patrick Clancy's two baby sons cannot be in the gender change surgeries. That is the oath of biological father, Patrick Clancy. And now let's take the moments where we can see these points. Why a women can be in the mental health issues? Now let me understand the points. Well, women can be with the mental health issues if and only if she would be dedicated to change the gender of, well, newborn baby boys. That is the significant points to be noticed. And here, as a mother, force on the baby boys to change the gender through the surgery is the symbol of the mental illness. And now we can see these points to be noticed. Here, probably postmortem psychosis is necessary. It is that an emergency psychiatrist treatment is necessary because in these cases, these women to be Lindsay Clancy is now, well, contents and face to be an gender changing terrorist under the operations United States Native Maria Stephens. Okay, and now let's check at the moments what's going on in these cases. Now let's check at the what about the points. And here we could see whose nose. Well, Dawson Clancy and Colin Clancy did not change his gender through surgery, but Cora Clancy could be in the gender change surgery to become a baby daughter. Because what is the male versions of the name of the Cora Clancy's? That would be Coral Clancy's. Cora, feminine is Cora, masculine is Coral. And now that is the significant point to be different at the moment. And now here is the terms. Here we can see that is the dangerous state for our society of Massachusetts, provincial state of United States of America. Because here we can see the points. Well, now accordance with Lindsay Clancy's private research, when she can conduct and duties of the deliveries of 100 baby bonds in every year. And now let's take the moments. What's the times to be notified? Well, now one baby boy's gender change to convert the into baby girls would be requires as an medical electric energies to be 8.5 multiplied by 10 to the power 8 joules. And now in these cases, gender change is the significant threats in United States of America during the presidency of Donald Trump in United States of America. Okay, now let's focus on the Massachusetts provincial state. Well, now let's check at the points. We can see 100 baby boys conversion to baby girls would recur here 8.5 multiplied by 10 to the power 10 joules. And now in this cases, well, if the energy, medical electric energy is to be 8.5 multiplied by 10 to the power 10 joules, then what would be the mineral resource would be required? Where mineral resource is artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. Well, now it is not an unknown chemicals, hence we know the specific heats. Okay, now let's get the points. Well, in every years, now let's check it. What is the every year's points? Okay, now 8.5 multiple. Well, that can be words. Here, that can be divided by bracket of 15,408 joule per kilogram per kelvins of artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius multiplied by following temperatures. And now in this cases here we can see what is the weight of the following mineral resource would be required. Well, here we can see 8.29 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 663 kilograms of artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius is required to change the gender of 100 baby boys to convert into 100 baby girls. Well, now in these cases, well, every year from 8, I guess every year from 2013 to 2022, in every year, well, Lindsay Clancy requires 8.29 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 663 kilograms of artificial solar arc reactor with a temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius only in the purpose to convert 100 baby boys to 100 baby girls. And now we can see the points to be noticed. Well, now here we can see that is the significant moments at the points. Well, here is the reasons that why 900 girls, baby girls, to be born under the hands of delivery nurse Lindsay Clancy would be the 900 girls students out of 11.5 thousand students in Massachusetts Institute of Technologies. Because here we can see these points of now they would be the gender change trans girls, not a real girls. Because girls are so illogical, girls are so unscientific that the girls cannot score well even 2 out of hundreds in the physics exam of third standards. And now here we can see that is the significant points to notify, and that is the dangerous moments. Okay. Now let's check at the points. Well, here Lindsay Clancy has delivered almost 900 baby daughter her birth in 9 years. Who knows that there would be probably 900 babies would be boys born as a baby boy, and Lindsay Clancy would change their gender would be to be into 900 baby girls. And now in this case we can see now here is the points to be noticed. What is the result of 8.28 multiplied by 9? and that is here almost 74.52. That means in these cases here is significantly clear here. Well, our honorable medical criminals Lindsay Clancy's records here 74.52 multiple by 10 to the power negative 663 kilograms of artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiple by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius as, as just to convert 900 baby boys into 900 baby girls in the duration from 2013 to 2022. And now, in these cases, that is the significant trace notifiers, and that is the scary points. And now, here we can let's discuss about Cora Clancy's. And now we can see these points. Why somebody states that Cora Clancy's has been eliminated, but what would be the reasons when Cora Clancy's would be eliminated by her mother, Lindsay Clancy's? Because when Cora Clancy's would be born, she would not be probably Cora Clancy's. Moreover, she would be Coral Clancy's. That means she would be a baby boy to be born in 2023. And now she changed her gender from boy to girls and from son to daughters in 2023 with the support of mineral resource to be 8.29 multiple by 10 to the power negative 665 kilograms of artificial solar arc reactors with the temperature of 666 multiple by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. Thus, because for Cora Clancy's to be conversion from baby sons to baby daughters, it would require 8.5 multiple by 10 to the power 8 joules. And now that is the significant points to be noticed. And now let's take at the moment the supporters of Lindsay Clancy's, the medical nurse, to be the criminal of the assassinations of her three children. Two would be baby sons and one would be baby daughters. Well, the support 2,154,000 supporters to be feminist mothers were the 2,154,000 feminist women who voted Kamala Harris in Massachusetts provincial state in United States presidential election 2024. And now that is the significant threats that can be notified at the moment. Well, here you can see there are several points. And now, what will be the plans? What is the inspirations of here 2,154,000 feminist mother from their celebrity to be death criminals? Well, Lindsay Clancy's to be delivery nurse from Massachusetts General Hospitals. Now, in these cases, we know that here one baby boys conversion to be baby daughters requires the medical electricity energy to be 8.5 multiple by 10 to the power 8 joules. Well, for 1,000 baby boys convert to be baby daughters, the medical electric energy requires almost 8.5 multiple by 10 to the power 11 joules. And now here is the points to be noticed. What about the 2,154,000 baby boys converted to 2,154,000 baby daughters of 2,154,000 feminist mothers. And now that would be the significant points. Here we could find the real reasons that 2,154,000 feminist mothers support the child death criminals Lindsay Clancy's. And now let's check at the moments what's going on. Okay. You can see the significance is just like an dangerous. Well, 8.5 can be multiplied by 2154. Okay, now let's check this, and the result would be 18,309. And now let's check it the moments. That means, well, in the purpose to convert 2,100, well, 54,000 baby son into 2,154,000 baby daughter of 2,154,000 feminist mothers, there would be the medical electric energy requirement to be 18,309 multiplied by 10 to the power 11 joules. And now here is the moments. Well, and here is my significant questions. Well, how much mineral resource would be required where electrical mineral resources artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degree Celsius. Well, and now let's check at the moments. That would be the significant threads as we could notify. Okay, now let's check at the points to be noticed. And here we can see, okay, where are you? Okay, now let's check at the points. Well, in the cases, here we could say at the, well, 18,309 multiplied by 10 to the power 11. Well, that can be divided by what? Well, that can be divided by bracket of 15,408 to be I mean bracket of 15,408 to be multiplied by 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. And now let's check at the moments what's going on. And in this cases, well, now let's check it. Here 1.79. The requirements, what is the requirement? Here we can see the requirement would be, well, 1.79 multiplied by 10 to the power negative, well, 658 kilograms of, well, artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. And in these cases, there would be the requirements at the moment. What would be the necessities as, okay, now let's check it. Well, let me take a breath. And hence that here 2,154,000 baby sons can be converted into 2,154,000 baby daughters. That is the requirements of whom 2,154,000 feminist mothers. And now let's take it the moments. Hence, 2,154,000 feminist mothers from Massachusetts provincial state start to support here child death criminals Lindsay Clancy's. And now that is the significant threats we contents and requirements. Okay, now let's take it the momentum at the points. Well, now let's take it, and it is some kinds now and significant moments that would be the dangerous terms. Okay, now let's take it. And here that is a dangerous stress. And now here we can let's come into the points about 11.5 thousand boys students out of 2,154,000 baby sons out of the womb of 2,154,000 feminist mothers to be boy student in Massachusetts Institute of Technologies. What is the energies of the conversions? What is the temperatures of artificial solar arc reactors? When the requirement weight would be 2 kilograms, and here 11.5 thousand baby sons can be converted into baby daughters in 2022. When we could see 11.5 thousand girl students in Massachusetts Institute of Technologies. That is the significant requirements at the moment. And now let's take it the points. Well, to convert, now here we can see that is the clear-cut point. So, well, what is 11.5 multiplied by 8.5? Here is my private calculations, and now I would private calculate. And now let's take it the moments that would be here. You can see. Well, it would require almost 97.75 multiplied by 10 to the power 11 joule is medical electric energy required to convert the 11.5 thousand baby son into 11.5 thousand baby daughters. Out of the womb of 11.5 thousand feminist mother. And now in these cases, well, now here weight of artificial solar mineral resource weight is 2 kilograms of artificial solar arc reactor. Now we do not know what would be the temperatures. And now let's take it the moments. And here we can see. Now let's calculate it. Cases, here is the significant terms. Well, 97.75 multiplied by 10 to the power 11, and now in this case that can be multiplied by parts. Well, that can be multiplied by bracket of 2 multiplied by, I know here 97.75 multiplied by 10 to the power 11 joules can be divided by bracket of 2 multiplied by 15,408, only in the purpose to calculate the temperatures. Okay, and now let's check at the moments, and here we can see that would be 3.18 multiplied by 10 to the power 8 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now we can see this points of that is almost 380 million degrees Celsius. Okay. Now that means 2 kilograms artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 380,000 million degrees Celsius is required to change the gender of 11.5 thousands baby son of 11.5 thousands feminist mothers to be admitted as a boy students in Massachusetts Institute of Technology to convert them into baby daughters 11.5 thousands baby daughters of 11.5 thousands feminist mothers to be admitted as a girls students in Massachusetts Institute of Technologies. And now, in these cases, there is the significant research at the points to notice that why the toxic feminist, that is the reason that why, 2,154,000 feminist mothers to be residential in Massachusetts provincial state of United States of America is starting to support the child death criminals Lindsay Clancy. And now here is the significant threats that we condone and concerns. And now let's check at the moments. Now in BBC News here, feminist influencer states that Lindsay Clancy is being persecuted of the psychological tortures from her families. And now that is the significant cases, and here is the terms to be noticed. Now we can see this is the points, and now here we go. That is the realities of the cases. And now, what is my opinions? Here my opinions is here our honorable judge in the trial to be entered in the yesterday, and that means August 22nd, 2026. August 27, 2026 as an end of trial date 22. Here judge is not contest and final verdicts about the case of the Lindsay Clancy. And now here we can see here my honorable request to the honorable judge in the High Court of Massachusetts Institute of Technology is that please provide Lindsay Clancy's the criminal women to be a seat of electric chair with the voltage of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 quadrillion volt electricity, and that would be operational until Lindsay Clancy would be eliminated. And now that is my request to the honorable judge. What is the cause? The cause is that this woman is a significant criminal, and she is the criminals to attempts the child death. And here we can see, and she why she is a psychological patient, because she could not attempt the gender change of her two baby sons, and that is the reason of her psychological illness. And now in these cases, this Lindsay Clancy is a woman to be a criminal and send her into death by the electric chair with the electricity of Well, 666 multiple by 10 to the power 666 quadrillion volts. And that would be the example for 2,154,000 feminist mothers to support Lindsay Clancy. Then here we can see the support wrong persons is the dangerous for their own lives, and support the wrong ideology is the dangerous for their own lives. Okay. The existence of 2,154,000 feminist women is then equal to the birth of 2,154,000 Osama bin Laden times or Osama bin Laden's, or 2,154,000 birth of Islamic State terrorist Supreme Leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. Oh my gosh. Here geopolitical has been included, but now here we can see and I cannot tolerate this. And now in these cases the moments and here is my emotions is now, but she is a criminal of the assassination of future 11.5 thousands boys students of Massachusetts Institute of Technologies in accordance with 2036. And now that is the definition of feminism, and the following Lindsay Clancy should contain no rights to be released as a free. Moreover, Lindsay Clancy should contain the rights to accept the death by electric chair with the electricity of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 quadrillion voltage. And now that is my point. We want to save our 11.5 thousands innocent baby boys to be residential in where the Massachusetts provincial state of United States of America. Now Massachusetts provincial state is a left-wing and I have got no problems with the politics, but I want just 11.5 thousands the baby boys to be born in 2022's future would be alive, where they can be absolutely the boy students of Massachusetts Institute of Technologies. And now that is the significant test. And now here is my humble request. Now see you then, Khudafez, love you. And now we can see these points. Well, I forgot to discuss about the cargo ship engineering, but I will try to back on the track. Okay.